Our topic is neural tissue in tissue level of organization. Neural tissue. Nervous tissue exerts the greatest control over the body's responsiveness to the changing conditions. So only this nervous tissue is responding, that is our body responses to this nervous tissue because it gets the signal from the brain to the other parts of the body. Okay, this neural tissue only giving the signals and it is coordinating to do the function of the body. So neurons, the unit of nervous, that is neural system or nervous system or excitable cells. So the neuron is the functional unit of the nervous system or neural system. The neurologicals, that is neurological cells, which constitute the rest of the neural system, protect and support the neurons. So the neurological cells, these cells you can see here, this is the neurological cell. This support the nervous system and the neurons. Okay, neurologia makes up more than 1/2 of the volume of the neural tissue in our body. So this neurologia, it is this one is this forms the half of the volume, that is 1/2 of the volume of the neural tissue. So this only forms the 1/2 of the neural tissue it forms, that is neurology. This they can ask in here 1 mark. So neurologia, more than 1/2 of the volume of the neural tissue, it is formed of neurologia. So when the neuron is suitably stimulated, an electrical disturbances is generated which swiftly travels along its plasma membrane. So if neuron was stimulated, so if neuron gets any signals that in the form of which disturbance, the electrically disturbance, and it travels through its plasma membrane. So where this neuron travels through the plasma membrane, it travels. If it get any stimulation, that electrical symbols can be transferred to the plasma membrane, travels through the plasma membrane. The arrival of the disturbance at the neuron endings or output zone triggers the events that may cause stimulation or inhibition of adjacent neurons and other cells. So if if the stimulation occurs, the disturbance of the neurons that takes place in the neuron endings. So you can see this is the ending region, no, like this portion, the ending region. So there you can see the endings and it is the output region. It's going to give the signal which you have, that is what I am going, what is my thought to say something about it. That is the output, no. So that output was given by the neuron stimulations. So that can be triggered, that is triggered by the stimulation, or it can be inhibited by adjacent neuron also. So it can be stimulated the function, or it can inhibit by other neurons or the other cells. So this is the neuron is a nerve cell. So this is the cell body and you can see this portion, it is called dendrioids. So dendrioids, and this is the axon region and you can see the nucleus region, and this is neurologia, the supporting cell of the neural tissue. This is the structure of a neuron. Diseases of nervous system. Parkinson's diseases, a degenerative disorder of the nervous system that affects the movement, often including tremors. So it is a degenerative one. The nervous system tissue, the nerve cells will degenerative. So what it affects? It affects the movements. So the movement problem it affects, and it causes tremors also. Alzheimer's disease, it is a chronic neurodegenerative disease which includes the symptoms of difficulty in resembling recent events, problems with language, disorientation and mood swings. So it is neurodegenerative, that is the neural cells are degenerated here. Due to that, the person may not able to remember the recent events, and there is a language and disorientation and mood swing will be affected in Alzheimer's disease. Next, biopsy. Biopsy, it is an examination of tissue or liquid removed from a living body to discover the presence, cause or extent of a disease. So biopsy, if you have any problem, so like a tumor like that, what they will do means they took the biopsy. So in the biopsy, the tissue or liquid, they will examine it and they will find out if there is any disease like cancer or any other diseases or null. That is called biopsy. Biopsy is an examination of the disease. Okay. Autopsy is nothing but post-mortem. So what is the reason if a person had dead by suicide? So there you have to find out on what purpose, or suicide or accident or any murder, that is the reason for the death. So that is called autopsy. Postmortem is autopsy. Why this postmortem is taking means examining the cause of death. Just think biopsy. So biopsy is the to examine the disease, to discover the disease, but autopsy is the examination to discover the cause of disease. And the field of forensic science effectively uses the histological technique to trace out crimes. So this autopsy, using this autopsy, the forensic science has tracing so many crimes. Okay. Hope you understand the topic. If you have any doubts, post your doubts in the comment box. If you want to watch the video in Tamil, I had given the link in the description box. Give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel.